And the Cleveland Browns have taken the lead with 15 seconds left in regulation.
Boy, how about that? Stefanski says, you know what? If we're going to win this one, we're going to bring them all in. James Hudson, the extra offensive line. We're going to put an offensive lineman at fullback, and we're going to bring in the hammer.
Second charge, timeout, Indianapolis, 30 seconds.
Kareem Hunt to try to get us 1 yard.
Boy, you think one of the key plays, the 30-yard completion by Walker on that third and 10.
This is going to be because of his legs, though. What I talked about is these third downs, he's extending these plays, and he gets people open. And then you see Kelce
catch, Tony.
You're looking at one of the greatest improvising duos there is. I mean, this is not a route. He's supposed to take a corner route earlier this year. But he's like, nope, I'll be covered if I go there. And he goes back inside and creates a wide open window and does the same thing here. This isn't even a route, Jim. Early in the game, but that was a huge play on third down and medium.
Through 5 kicks.
Well,
here's next-gen stats, Tony, powered by AWS.
One of the biggest areas of concern for a defense coordinator is Patrick Mahomes' ability to improvise. And you've got to compress it like a picket fence and make that pocket feel small with no angles to get out of.
Here on 2nd and 7, steps back. He's got Kelce again. How about this? That's now 22 straight targets of Kelce from Patrick that have been completed. His last 22 throws to 87, all 22 have been caught.
And he's doing this without being 100%. I mean, what Kelce's doing, he's playing through some pain with, you know, the injury. Everyone knows he was out week 1, but he's still unbelievable, even being an 80% guy.
I'll never forget what we saw him do in Minnesota. Rolled an ankle, looked like a high ankle sprain, came back and was a huge factor in the second half. And there's another catch by Kelce. He's got one man to beat. Kelce tackled down at the 5-yard line. Morrow prevents the touchdown.
Well, they played zone throughout most of the game, and now all of a sudden they try and go man-to-man. And here, if you're going to guard him one-on-one and allow him to go and have the whole field, you are going to lose. He will beat man-to-man coverage if it's one-on-one consistently. And your top target, Jim, you always have to win. Like 100% of the time, I call it, in one-on-one. And he does that.
Games.
You want something for your quarterback. You want wins, yards, and touchdowns, Jim? Do you like that?
Yeah, that would work, right? That's a pretty good recipe. And it's pretty good to have a tight end like this to throw to. Kelce with his 6th grab. For 17.
We talked about the play designs of him just making stuff up. I think here's another example. Kelce, Mahomes looking, pretends to pump fake, and Kelce finds a soft spot in the zone. And this is the one area why I think like this.
Fake the handoff to Edwards-Helaire. Look who's there. Who else? Kelce at the 2-minute mark. 15 yards. Of course, one of the big stories here in Kansas City this season, Tony, has been Travis and Taylor side by side this season.
Really?
Of course, I'm talking about Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Yes, I was like,
yeah, number 74. There they are. What did you think I was talking about?
Well, you told me we were going to offensive line probably there. I didn't quite get fully. That makes more sense. But you see them. They're right next to each other right now on the top of your screen.
1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go in the half.
Just too easy.
Yeah, and Kelce, by the way, already has career high in receiving yardage for the first half.
But not today. Way too much time for Mahomes. We'll see what happens here, though.
2nd and 24. He's going to buy time. Sliding left, flinging it, end zone. Almost caught. That's Kelce drawing the interference. Flag on Kendricks.
Defense was fine until
defense, number 6. The foul occurred in the end zone by rule. Ball will be spotted at the 1-yard line.
And this is actually really smart by Mahomes. It's a really difficult throw. He can do it. But you see how he doesn't overthrow him? When a guy who's covering someone running away from you as a defender, and he's not looking at you, he's got to run to that guy. That's an interception if he turns around. But you throw the ball, but if you throw it over his head, it's not going to be called. But as soon as you always give him a chance when you're not looking at you as a DB.
1st and goal. Take the handoff, pass in the middle. Kelce's reaching for the goal line, and he's shoved across.
Oh my gosh.
Still waiting for the signal. I think it's a touchdown. Now they're up with arms. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That was ridiculous. It's almost like, you know, that ball's going to get tipped or hit out of there. But the strong hands of Kelce and just holding on to it and then getting pushed in at the end allows him to do a nice average dance there. I mean, you're better than that one.
And number 50 between those two, which is 4th all time between a quarterback and a tight end. It's 27 consecutive completions from Mahomes to Travis when he's been targeted, which is remarkable. And look at this.
I talked about imposing the will, the offensive line on the D-line. Well, they did it right here. All the guys are there, and whoever can push the hardest.
It's Taylor shoving him across.
I see what you did there.
Call it as you see it, right?
Call it as you see it. 2 yards in this game.
Trying to confirm it, which is going to be.
Defense, I thought, was playing better each game, getting better, and right now the Chiefs are taking advantage of some of their weak spots. And Patrick Mahomes throws a 1-yard touchdown basically in front of himself.
Back at 30 after this from AWS. Kelce with his best first half of his Hall of Fame career. You belong with T. His tight end, okay? That's what he's done with his favorite fan in attendance, and then what he's done without it.
They've just thrown the ball in the flat, and all of a sudden things are too easy.
3rd and 2, and they've got another first down. Talk about easy, no one near Kelce.
I want you to watch Kelce just go in here, and I don't want to say that it's a busted coverage, but I want you to watch right here. At this point, look at all that space right in the middle, Jim. There's nobody in a zone coverage in that area. A zone coverage means you zone off this area.
Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
Well, this is not a real stat, Jim. You can't go 28 straight completions when targeting.
Yeah.
Every time he throws the ball to Kelce, his last 28 times has been a completion. And to say that this guy...
That's crazy. It is insane.
That's not... You won't see that again, I can tell you that, people, for anybody. You might as well just throw to a back on a screen or on a swing route every time. Even then, 28 in a row, it would be hard on error.
It's hard at 28 in a row in the pregame warm-ups. 2nd and 10 as McKinnon bounces off the back of Kelce and fights to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a football player giving everything he has, and you're going to see him dominate as this season goes along. You can't move forward. I think the quarterback got Kelce with his move.
False start. Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's like white 80 set. Hot. Hot. So you see that movement, you got to go size. Look at, usually last time you saw all the guys back deep, but watch right here. Watch the safeties. They come out. There's no one helping deep in the middle. They're doubling Kelce, and they're coming from depth. Need to take it a little higher, but watch why he couldn't take the little stuff. James gets up there, a double team right there. Great adjustment. These safeties make it so that you can be more aggressive, guys. You have help back there because they're deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. All kinds of time for Mahomes. Look at that pass. Kind of a no-look to Kelce. We do have a marker on the near side, 27.
I mean, what Travis did here is exceptional. He beats the leverage.
Holding. Defense, number 3. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
Derwin James is guarding Kelce, and this is incredible all these years. Kelce getting the crop pump. I want you to watch. He's going to go. James has outside because he has help inside, and he still beats that leverage, and then he still beats him back to the leverage the other way. That's really hard to do for a guy that size, and Kelce's been doing it for many years. Well, here's one part from the first half, Jim. This is actually this half. This is the adjustment they've made here. They've actually taken him out by double teaming him without the free safety in the middle of the field. Most teams have a guy back deep. Now in the key 3rd downs, if they can get him in that, you'll probably see it again. Whether it was 3rd and long or 3rd and 3, they did it multiple times there, and it slowed him down. Obviously wasn't the whistle either, because they would have just said, nope, couldn't do it.
2nd and 5, and setting up screen for Rice. And look at Rice lower his head and go down to about the 18-yard line.
Get the ball into Rice's hands, and he finishes, and this is why you see they love him.
Runs right over Dean Marlowe.
He's really getting north very quickly. When you put the tape on, you know, when you're the first part of the year, it was like, should have been snapped 3 seconds ago.
Again with traffic. Intercepted. It's Brian Cook to close out the game. Vegas going down in Chicago today. Chargers falling here. There's Denver at the bottom. And Kansas City's already won this 7 straight years, this AFC West.